Rule speed 613.
Rest on that Sabbath day, right? You're supposed to rest on the Sabbath day. You're not supposed to be going out working, right? Picking up heavy branches and cutting grass and sweating and all, etc. You're supposed to be a day of rest, right? Because the Most High, what did the Most High do when He created the earth? He rested after creating. After He done created, He rested. If He rested, we supposed to be doing the same thing.
That's right.
Right, so that's why He's telling us to do this, right? To keep that Sabbath day, read.
In holy convocation.
And what?
In holy convocation.
It's a holy convocation. We all come together, right? That's why I'm with my brother over here. That's why we all together, because we all supposed to come together, read.
That's right. You shall do no work therein.
We should do no work therein, right? Another thing you're not supposed to do is buy and sell, right? You just brought that, but from now on, you need to repent, brother, for the things you've done, right? The sin that you've been committed. You probably didn't know. I'm pretty sure you didn't know, right? But it's okay. You could just repent.
When the sun's going down.
When the sun go down. So once the sun go down, you're good.
Exactly.
Right? You're good to buy, to go out and eat, and etc. But now, we got to stay in the scriptures. We got to stay with the Most High.
That's right.
Right? And that's an every week thingy. Right? We all be coming together as a family. Right? You my brother. Right? That's my brother. That's my brother. We all come together and praise the Most High and read the scriptures.
That's right.
Right? Every week we do this. Right? We at a set location and we go over the scriptures. Mm-hmm. Right? So hey, I'm inviting you, right, to join us. You know what I'm saying? To grow, to build your spirit. You think about it. Yeah, I mean, hey.
The number's on the flyer.
Yeah, the number.
Yeah, it is on the flyer.
The number's gonna be on the flyer. All right, brother.
All right, King.
What's your name?
Captain Zakar.
And they call me Officer Hamal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brother. So you be safe, brother. Let me read that again. Let me tell you something, right? Do you know what your ethnicity is or your race? African American. You believe in the Bible? Some things, right? So, where's African American at in the Bible? Nowhere, right? It is nowhere in the Bible, right? And let me read this to you. Read.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right. So, guess what? God's chosen people is destroyed for lack of knowledge. They don't know nothing. Read.
Because thou has rejected knowledge.
Right. So you see me just was trying to call that brother over, right? Guess what? He's rejecting knowledge. He ain't want to hear this. He ain't want to hear the word. Read.
I will also reject thee.
Guess what? The Most High is also going to reject him. Right? Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Right.
I will also forget thy children.
Right. So because we forgot the law of the Most High, He will also forget us. Let me get Hosea 5 and 15. Right? Because we forgot the laws of the Most High, He said He'll forget us. Let me get that, read.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Right, so the Most High turned away from us because we kept breaking the laws. Right, that's why we are in this condition. Right, if we had the Most High, we wouldn't be in this condition. Mm-hmm. Trust me. Read.
I will go and return to my place.
Right, so He said, I'm going to go and return to my place. Read.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Right, till we acknowledge our offense, what we've been doing wrong. Like I said, that brother that just went by, he didn't want to listen. Right, he rather smoke weed all day, smoke cigarette all day. I bet you if I was offering him weed, he'll be first one in line. Right here in line. Right? Right here in line. Bet you if I was offering money, he'll be here too. Bet you if a white man was speaking, he'll be standing up here too. Right, but they don't want to hear this. Read.
And seek my face.
Right, we're supposed to seek the Most High. Read.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Right, in our affliction, we will seek Him early. Because we don't seek the Most High. And that's the problem. And that's what's going on, right? Everybody, for example, you look at Black Lives Matter, right? You see the condition we are in. That's why there's a Black Lives Matter to begin with. Why are we going to the people that's killing us instead of going to the Most High, who could take them down? Have you ever asked that? You ask that all the time, right? Why are we going to them instead of going to the Most High? How does that make sense if they're the one killing us? And it's always been like this. right? We've been through slavery, for example. For how long? We've been oppressed for how long? Right? You agree with me, right, brother? You agree with me, right? You agree? You been listening, brother? You always listening? Right. See, be honest with me, sis. You think he always listening? Nah. Right? And that's the thing. I'm trying to get to their destination. They don't care about this. They don't care about the scriptures. They don't care about the Most High. And guess what? Destruction is coming to this place. Right? Let me get, you had a precept? Oh, let me get Revelation, the 11 and 14 one. Whatever.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The second war was past.
Right, so that second World War II has passed. Right? Read.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
It's what?
Cometh quickly.
That third woe is coming quickly. Right? That third destruction is coming quickly. Right? This place is going to get destroyed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. America is going to get destroyed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Right? So what do you think is the solution to all this? Everything I've been saying just now, what do you think is the solution? Us a change. How are we going to change, though? Change our ways? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So who do we go to?
I don't know who everybody else is going to go to, but I know who I'm going to go to.
Who you going to go to? The higher person. Who's that? The person you believe in. You believe in the God in the Bible, right? That's the God. Let me get Joel 2 and 27, right? Do you know that? You never noticed in the Bible it never said God of everyone? It never said that, right? Who is he the God of? You know? Right, let me get that out for you. Let me bring it out.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
You in what?
In the midst of Israel.
God said he is in the midst of Israel. Right, read.
And that I am the Lord your God.
Right, so he is the Lord your God, the God of Israel. You seen that, right? Read.
And none else.
And who?
And none else.
And none else. Right? They will tell you that he is the God of everybody. But he's not.
Exactly.
He's only the God of Israel. And who do you think Israel is? You're not sure? Let me get Deuteronomy 28 now. Right? Because you know how we know we the Israelites? You know how I know you're Israel? Because of the curses that's in the Bible. Let me start at verse 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Right?
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right, so God said, if you keep my commandments, guess what? I'm going to put you up high above all the nations of the earth. He's talking to us as a nation. Right? But read 15 now.
Come, jumping down to verse 15 of the same chapter.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, so he said, if you don't keep my commandments, all these curses will go on you. Now look at us. You think we blessed or cursed? Cursed, right? Why would you say we're cursed? Right, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's not the same. Enemies, and guess what? Guess what? All this was prophesied in the scriptures that we're going to go through this because we disobeyed him. Right, let me get the next one after that, 16.
Verse 16.
Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in this city.
Right, so we're going to be cursed in the city. Right, look at this, just look at this neighborhood. Right. Right, because, you know, you can't even look. We always getting gunned down every 28 hours. Our people. Right, or somebody go out and shoot up a black church.
That's right.
Right, or they go ahead and shoot up a school full of black. Exactly. That's what they do. Right, so we're cursed in the city. Right, the Most High was with us. Guess what? They would have been dead. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed, we're going to be in the field. Right, guess what? Who was picking cotton in the fields? We were, the slaves. Right, our ancestors were. Right, and all this is going on for a reason. Because we've been breaking the commandments. Right, that's just one curse of many. We got more to come. Right, we already had, we're actually going through them right now. We're living these curses right now. Right, so if breaking the commandments is what caused us to be in this condition, how do we get out of it? Don't break them by following them. So you know some of the commandments, right? Maybe. What are some of the commandments? Maybe. I know, just. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Your history is in here, right? Now, church, they'll misuse this in church, right? They don't read the scriptures the way it's supposed to be reading. They don't even read the Old Testament. They're gonna be like, man, that's the Old Testament, and all they're gonna read is the New Testament, and tell you don't gotta keep the law. You could do whatever you want. You could eat whatever you want. Come how you are, and etc. That's what they tell you. I know you hear it, right? All they do is preach, talk, scream, and just scream out the same scriptures every time, right? Exactly, right? That's what they do. So, the purpose of this is to keep the commandments, and that's why I called you up here, right? To keep the commandments, to tell you that, you need to come back to who you are, right? So, you're not black. You're not African American. So, what are you? You what? You're a what? You're an Israelite.
That's right.
Right? So, there's 12 tribes, right? I wish we had a sign up here. Right, but you're going to be a so-called Judah. You're from the tribe of Judah, right? You know who else was from that tribe? Jesus. So he is a so-called African American man, just like you, or a so-called black man or a Negro man, just like you, right? That's showing something. That's showing that you are special, right? Since the beginning, they've been so-called black, right? But they teach you. You go to look. You watch a movie. What you see? White characters. Everywhere you go, it's white, right? Like they better than us when they not. Right? We dominated them in sports. Yeah, we could start playing golf, and I bet you we're gonna dominate that sport and make it lit too. Right? We are that salt of the earth. All right. So you have any questions? Yeah, that's our numbers in the back. Right. So this is a prime example. This is. Take a picture. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, and we have a YouTube channel too. Yeah, you can scan that code in the back. But this right here will show you who you are. Right. Those are all the true people in the Bible. That Israel in the Bible. Right. You have Deuteronomy 76. Oh yeah, you said.
I got it. 14:2.
Yeah, you can get that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Right, Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. This is talking about these people, right? Let me tell you something about these people. Read.
For thou art an holy people.
Thou what?
Thou art an holy people.
That it said we are a holy people. Those, right? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, etc. Right? We are all a holy people, a separate people. Right? And you could tell we separate from them. Right? You could tell we are not them. Do we get sunburns like they do? No. Right. Don't. Hey, when we cooking, we put salt in our food, right? What they do? We like our food well done. How do you like their food? Rare. Yeah, that's how they like it. They like eating the blood and etc. Right? Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Right. We are holy to the Lord thy God. Read.
And the Most High hath chosen thee.
He hath chosen you. Listen, right? He chose you. Mm-hmm. Why did he chose you? To do what?
To be a peculiar people.
To be special. Mm-hmm. Read.
Unto himself.
Unto himself. Read.
Above all nations.
Above what?
All nations.
We should be above all nations. But right now we are below our nations. Because we broke his commandments. But you keep his commandment, guess what? We're going to be above all nations. Right? That's literally the whole duty of man, like the scripture says, to keep the commandments. Read.
Above all nations that are upon the earth.
That are upon the earth. Right? We should be above the so-called white man, the Asians. We should be above the Chinese people, etc. Everybody. Right? These people here should be special. Up high above all nations. That's what we need to understand. But we think we are just spits. Right? We think we are just colored people. Black. Negroes. African American. We've been called all that. Right? But you're actually an Israelite. That's who you are. Right? And you know what they did? Psalms 83. You know what they did? They actually tried hiding this from us. Right? They came together and planned to hide this from us. Right? All the other nations. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and I'm going to start at verse 2.
Verse 2. Read.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Right? So they said our enemies. Right? The enemies of these 12 tribes made a tumult. Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They took crafty counsel against us. Read.
And have consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right. So they had a whole meeting. right? They had a whole meeting, a little crafty meeting. You know how crafty they are, right? Trying to come up with lies, telling you could do this, you could do that, inventing Christianity, religions, and etc. Read.
They have said, "Come."
They said, "Come," right? Read.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let's cut them off from being a nation, right? That's what they wanted to do. Cut us off from being a nation, right? Now you look at the hood, guess what? All you see is drugs, right? People riding their bike around, breaking the Sabbath day, breaking the commandments. They don't even know the commandments. We don't know what's going on. We just walking around chilling like everything's cool, right? Like we just forget completely about the Most High, right? But that's not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be keeping the laws of the Most High, right? That's why we have these on. These are fringes.
That's right.
Right? The Most High gave us a certain way to talk, a certain way to dress, a certain way to look, etc. We're not just a colored people that's supposed to be walking around however we want to, all right, with a nappy hair and just sagging our pants with blunt in your mouth and etc. Etc. Right? Yeah, exactly. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
To be what?
Maybe no more in remembrance.
That Israel should be no more in remembrance. So they wanted us to forget who we are. But now we're waking up. We're like, okay, we open the book, and guess what? All this is recorded in the book. Now we know who we are. You understand, sis? Right. So who are you? You a what? I can't hear you. You got to speak to the mic.
Israelite.
Yeah, you an Israelite.
All
Right.
right.
So read from the tribe. Which tribe are you from? Look at the fourth one. Look at the fourth one. Where'd you say you from? Judah. Right, you from Judah. You say you're African American. What is your dad? African American? Right. So you are what your father is. So you're actually God chosen people.
That's right.
Right. You're one of God chosen people. That's the best news you could ever hear, ever. Right. How could you receive any news better than that? Right. But come on, you ain't having no questions. All right. I mean, hit her the numbers in the back of the flyers. Right. Mainly, it's gonna say officer. There's a car in the back. That'll be his number. You can text him and hit him up and etc. Right, but for real though, do your research though. Hey, we're gonna be back here. Most High willing next week.
That's right.
Or the week after that. We're gonna be here.
Rules speed 613.